Hi everyone. Today I wanted to do a very introductory video about ways to introduce yourself in Japanese. So, first to say how do you do, you would say Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. So I'll break it down. Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. I'll type all these out in Romaji and put them down in the description below so you could see how it's spelled out so it's easier for you to pronounce. So again, how do you do is Hajimemashite. Hajimemashite. And also when you're introducing yourself, you should always bow. You don't need to do a full-on bow. You could bow slightly, but typically the more that you bow is more respect you're giving someone. So say you're going into a store or a restaurant, and when you go into a store or restaurant in Japan, the way that they greet you is they say Irasshaimase. Irasshaimase. And that's only used if you're working in a restaurant or a bar or a store. You will not say that in your everyday life. It's only if you get a job in that kind of establishment. That's how you greet people when they come into your business. So, if you go into a store or a restaurant and they go, Irasshaimase, all you do, you could just nod, bow slightly, or you just say, Konnichiwa. So, after you say how do you do, you usually introduce yourself. So you say my name is, or I am, and your name. So the sentence structure for that is Watashi wa, your name, desu. Watashi wa, your name, desu. So this is I am blank. So for me, my name is Danielle, but I'll use Danny because it's just simpler. Most foreign names are actually going to be kind of hard for a Japanese person to understand and say, so making them shorter, I think it would help. So Danny is probably more understandable than Danielle. So I would go, Watashi wa Danny desu. Watashi wa Danny desu. Okay? And then you would say, pleased to meet you, which is Yoroshiku. Yoroshiku. So to break it down, Yoroshiku. Yoroshiku. Nice to meet you. So all of it together, if I was to introduce myself to someone, I would say, Hajimemashite. Watashi wa Danny desu. Yoroshiku. Again, Hajimemashite. Watashi wa Danny desu. Yoroshiku. So you just introduce yourself. Now if you want to say, I am a student, I am a lawyer, I am a teacher, whatever you want to say, you could also add that into after you say your name. So for me, I don't know, since I'm doing this, I'll just call myself, let me see. Well, if I go by my real life, I could say I am a painter, an artist. So that would be gaka, gaka. So you would say, Watashi wa gaka desu. Watashi wa gaka desu. I am an artist. Gaka is artist. And there's some other ones, like if you want to say student, it's gakusei, gakusei. So gakusei, gakusei. And there's a whole bunch of others. Obviously, teacher would be sensei, sensei. You're a office worker and you work for a company, it would be kaishain, kaishain, kaishain. There's a whole bunch. Lawyer, bengoshi, bengoshi. There's a whole bunch. I'll put some down in the description, so you have a couple to go for. Right, Alright, so that's that. Also, if you work for a business and you are exchanging information with someone else from another business, usually you have business cards that you would exchange with the other person. Business cards are a very important thing in Japan. So a business card is meishi. Meishi. So usually when you meet someone, you do the whole Hajimemashite, Watashi wa deni desu, Yoroshiku. Also, to be more polite, you would add onegaishimasu after Yoroshiku. So Yoroshiku onegaishimasu would be more polite. You would do that, in a setting such as this, meeting a business partner or such. Just saying Yoroshiku is more casual. You would say it to a fellow student or a friend or a family. But if you're meeting someone for the first time that you don't really know yet, it's good to be really polite. It's better to be very polite than casual in any situation. So that's good to know. So if you do the whole introductions, you would give them your business card, your meishi. So how you give a business card is you hold it with two hands or one hand, but it has to be like flat, and you put it on your hand. You're not giving it to someone like, I wish I had a business card. I'm just going to use this piece of paper. So you would give it to them like this. You don't give it to them like this. Give it to them like this. And then you would say, Watashi no meishi desu. So this is my business card. Watashi is I. Watashi no is my. So it's like something that's yours. You would say Watashi no. So Watashi no meishi desu. This is my business card. So you use Watashi no with anything that's yours. So my book, Watashi no hon desu. Watashi no megane desu. These are my glasses. Megane. It's glasses. Anything that's yours. So you hand it like this. And then when you receive one, you take it like that too. You always read it when you get it. So you would see the person's name, usually reading out their name and their occupation. So desu ka, oh, I see, your name is da-da-da, and you work for da-da-da. It's good to acknowledge it once you get it. And then you should always hang on to it. Don't put it down on the table or anything like that. You're supposed to hang on to it because it's kind of disrespectful just to get it and just like put it down or put it right in your pocket right away or something like that. So yeah. So that was introducing yourself in Japanese. So to recap, you would say Hajimemashite. Watashi wa Danny desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And then if you want to give your business card, you would say Watashi no meishi desu. And when you give to someone, you say dozo, which is like here you go. You use dozo on a bunch of things. You use dozo to have someone come in your house. Someone's knocking at the door. You say dozo, come in. So it has a lot of meanings, and you actually use it a lot in Japan. So, watashi no meishi desu, dozo. And I think that's enough for today. So this video went on a little longer than I expected, and I probably rambled on a little bit, but I hope that you guys learned a couple of things. Again, I'll be typing out all of this out in Romaji, and I'm going to put it down in the description. If you have any questions, please let me know, and be sure to like and comment and subscribe. And thank you very much.